Hey everyone, welcome back to another video here on the channel. And today's video, I know it's been a while since I've last uploaded. My last video was about the Outbreak second Easter egg, which I kind of predicted the entire thing up into where you go into the Dark Ether, which is pretty sick. If you want to, you guys can go check that video out. But this video is more so going to be talking about the community and just zombies as a whole, and why I think Treyarch could be doing something huge for zombies. So to get into it, a big thing for any game is that it needs replayability. I feel like that's something that a game needs to thrive. It needs to be fun at the initial start, as well as it also needs to be replayable, obviously, because then your player base is going to be dead within a few days. Look at Cyberpunk. Anyway, so you're going to need replayability. I think everyone can agree on this, and I don't think that Zombies really has this. I think Call of Duty as a whole doesn't really have this. Warzone kind of has it, but I'm not really too big into Warzone. But I think multiplayer doesn't really, kind of struggles with this, because I've seen a video by Nero, and he was saying that like the Call of Duty multiplayer, it doesn't really have a purpose to it like it did before, which I kind of agree with, because before in Black Ops 4, you can grind for the cases. For Black Ops 1, you can grind for the COD points, like the real COD points. In other games like Modern Warfare 2, you can grind out get to get like the pro perks or whatever. Just so many things you can grind for. In this multiplayer, all you can really grind for is like the calling cards and basically the camo challenges. There isn't really much else to go for, and maybe it's just like the adult quote unquote talking in me, but it's, I guess, like the old stuff is better than the new stuff, and I don't really often agree with that. Like, for example, I think that the Cold War Zombies is great. I think it's better than Black Ops 3 and arguably better than Black Ops 1 and 2, and a lot of people don't share that opinion, obviously. But for multiplayer, at least, I don't feel like multiplayer in this game is really, it's strong. It's a strong multiplayer if you haven't played any multiplayers before, but compared to before, it just doesn't have a lot of replayability to it, like as in the old games. Like I said, you go for all those different things. In this multiplayer, you really only go for calling cards and camo challenges, and when you complete all the calling cards, you don't even get the 100%er, so there's not a big purpose for doing that. You can maybe go for nukes on every map, nukes with every weapon. I don't really know what you can go for. One thing that I really wish that they did, as a side note, is infected to multiplayer, because that would make it a lot more fun, because the party games, I think, are also out of a lot of replayability. But anyway, getting back to the main point of Zombies doesn't really have a lot of replayability. Like game modes, see, I thought that they were going to do that with Black Ops Cold War, which they kind of did. They introduced a lot of new game modes, but you'll see the problem as I get into it in a sec. But the main game that I wanted to highlight that had great replayability more before, not really so much now, is Fortnite. And I know Fortnite is an awful game, but in its prime, it was doing weekly updates where they're adding new weapons, new locations, new items, and also new game modes. They were updating the playlists like every 2 to 3 days, every week almost, or now it's almost every week. But you get the big picture. They were updating the game frequently, and Cold War has been doing this, and Warzone, multiplayer has been getting, weekly, what's that called, balance changes and weekly playlist updates. And guns, have been being added to zombies, but they haven't really done anything for zombies. Zombies does not get weekly updates. They get, monthly updates whenever the seasons come out. That's when we get all the new content. But the thing that zombies, the big thing that Treyarch is doing now, which is something that, the whole reason why I'm making the video, is that they're starting to do weekly updates. Because if you look at their previous update that they just added to the game, they changed the playlists for zombies. They updated the playlists with Crank 2. Now I know it's a reused mode, but that proves that they're willing to be updating playlists in zombies. So we could be potentially seeing the patch notes. I guess think that they're released tomorrow for what's actually going to be going live, or the changes. I think they're going to release what they are tomorrow, and then it'll actually go live on Thursday. So we'll see tomorrow, that they're going to be doing zombies weekly playlist changes, and I think this is huge for the community, because, like I said with Fortnite, it keeps the game fresh when you're updating the new game modes, adding in new game modes weekly or recycling old game modes. It still adds a lot of replayability, because it's like, you log in and you always have something new to play every week. You know, you're excited to get in and see, oh yeah, maybe I should go check that out, or maybe I should go play with that my friends. I haven't played it in like a month or so because it hasn't been in the playlist thing, and I think that is huge for zombies, absolutely massive. And the thing that they could do this with this is that they could be adding new modes in as well. They could add in, you know, turned, grief, whatever, into these playlists, and they just keep cycling them out, keeping the game fresh. It's something that zombies has always needed, and I feel like this is where Treyarch could truly capitalize on if they know what they're doing. That's the problem, is that they might not know, oh yeah, weekly playlist updates. This might have just been a one-time thing, but I'm really having faith in Treyarch that, oh yeah, they know that zombies needs playlist updates as well as multiplayer, because it only makes sense. Warzone gets playlist updates every week, multiplayer does, and it makes sense that zombies would too. And I just think that this would breathe this huge new fresh life into the game, just like how MP does it. But it'd be even better because it's zombies, because, you know, zombies, you can cry in for calling cards, dark ether, Easter eggs, you know, speed runs, high rounds, world records, you know, anything, just, you know, having fun on the game, you know, going for storyline, intel, like upgrading your perks. Like, you can literally do so many things in zombies. It's insane. And if they do these weekly updates, it'll make it 10 times more replayable, because if they do it properly, you know, they're introducing new game modes and old game modes, you know, they're keep cycling it in every single week, and, you know, because it's just going to keep the community hyped. It's going to be, you know, keep the content creators happy. It's going to be so good. For my personal ideas that I would like to see is, you know, competitive modes. I think this has been kind of beaten to death, but, you know, grief, you know, turned, rush, even I loved rush. Like, just introducing new modes. You know what they could even do? They could even do a mode where you're on outbreak and maybe you're racing against another team, and the first team to complete the first 8 objectives wins. Like, they already could do it because they already have 2 factions. They have Requiem and Omega. They can make it so that, you know, Weaver and all them talk to you when you're on Requiem's team, and when you're on Omega's team, it's like Kravchenko, Peck, Valentina, and Gorov talking to you. It would work so well. It would work so well. And Treyarch, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. I really am hoping though. And it's good overall. I think it's a good thing that they're at least thinking about playlist updates for zombies. I think it's really good that they're at least thinking about it, you know, weekly playlist updates without coming in with Reloaded, because that's how we typically saw them, with Reloaded and with the normal season updates. But now if we could see them with the weekly updates, it would just breathe this whole new just fresh air into the zombies community. I think it would be so good, especially if they're introducing new modes into it. It would be so good. And that's about it. That's all I have to say. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully this got you thinking, and maybe even if Treyarch sees this, you guys can take my idea. It would be, I'm telling you, it would be so good for the community. But other than that, I got really nothing else to say, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I haven't really uploaded a lot, and I know it's kind of late, but like, I just was thinking about this, and I thought I wanted to get my thoughts out there. So make sure to leave a like, you know, do all that stuff, and peace out.